what's going on. Okay, you can tell.
Go.
Oh, hello and welcome to Panther Sports Zone. I'm Drew Brewer.
And I'm Caleb Carter.
Starting off with baseball, the Panthers went 2-1 against Alcorn State Braves this weekend, where we had a mixed time of things in a 3-game series. Caleb has more to tell us about that. Caleb?
Yeah, appreciate that, Drew. The baseball team went against Alcorn State this weekend in a 3-game series. Game 1, they had a dominant performance, winning 17-0. And then the later 2 games was a bit more of a challenge. More with that story with this video.
Ball team returned to action this past Friday against Alcorn State in the first of a 3-game series. A game that featured an all-around great performance leading to a dominating 17-0 win by PV. The second game on Saturday came with a bit more of a challenge as the Panthers got down late in the game to Alcorn, but it was a 2-run RBI by outfielder Damari Smith that led to a late game rally, allowing PV to come back and win 10-9. A win, however, that gave head coach Riggins cause to pause.
Today was basically saying we have to be better. We have to be better against soft throwing lefties, the ball that runs away from us. We got to be able to make those adjustments and hit the ball the other way. Just the second weekend in a row that we struggle with someone that's throwing soft with the ball running away from us. So that's pretty much what the meeting was all about. I'm happy we got the win, but I'm not happy on how we played. So we got to get back to the drawing board tomorrow and be better. We're competing and understanding how to hit and focusing on getting the job done when we face these little soft-throwing lefties.
A warning of things to come, as the Panthers were again down early in the last game of the series on Sunday, as they would dig themselves a hole that they sadly just couldn't climb out of. A loss that left Coach Riggins with few words.
Just can't keep on living. 75 beers. Right? You got to be disciplined to play. You have to be disciplined.
Although the 5-game winning streak was ended, the Panthers look to get back to their winning ways this Tuesday against the University of Houston. This is Caleb Carter reporting for the Panther Sports Zone.
Here we go.
Thanks, Caleb. It's not often you get to see a broom on the softball field, but the scene came from fruition as the Lady Panther softball team established their dominance Friday and Saturday on the road, defeating Arkansas Pine Bluff 3 times in a series to take the sweep. Through the first half of the game 1, the Golden Lions led it 3-2 in a low-scoring affair. However, the Lady Panthers exploded in a 6 to 7 innings to score 6 runs to put away UAPB in a comfortable 8-3 win. In Game 2, both teams went scoreless through 2 innings before the Lady Panthers scored 1 run in the top of the 3rd off of Madison Parker's home run, allowing PVAMU to take a 1-0 lead. UAPB responded with a single run in their half on the inning to knot the game 1-1. The top of the 7th was the difference maker for the Lady Panthers as they scored 2 runs on Bianna Figueroa single to the left field to score freshman Kalina Macy, who reached the first base in a single. Audrey Garcia doubled out at second, but not before Natalie McLean and Michaela Barnes scored as PVAMU once again was able to hold the Lady Lions off to a 5-3. In the final game of the weekend series, Prairie View A&M took an early 3-1 lead in the top of the 1st. Garcia singled to center field to score Figueroa, who reached base as single. Talley singled to score Parker and Garcia for the early lead. UAPB threatened in the bottom of the 6th, scoring 3 runs for a 5-4 contest, but a Figueroa double to the left center scored 1 more run for the 6-4 win. And the sweep, as UAPB could not respond. The Prairie View A&M softball team will return to the non-conference play when they travel to Nacogdoches, Texas, to face the Stephen F. Austin Lady Jacks for the 3 p.m. first pitch tomorrow, March 29th.
Now we move to track and field. The Panthers track and field teams held down the 88th PV relays with some impressive performances and improved upon many of their times and marks in conference on day 2 of the event. In the 4x1, both teams ran their season's best in the event as the men ran a time of 40.9 seconds and the women laid down an equally impressive 46.45, both top 100 in the nation in this event so far this season. Grad student Dominique Ellis ran a wind-assisted 14.48 time in the 100 hurdles to take third place. Later on, the duo of Morgan Mukes and Darnisha Like went 1 and 2 in the 100-meter dash with personal best of 11.73 and 11.81. In the last event of day 2, the men's 4x4 team left the entire field in its wake, beating out the next closest team by over 4 seconds, improving their already conference best time down to 3 minutes, 11.48 seconds in the process. The Panthers will be back in action this Saturday, April 2nd, as they are set to compete in the UH Alumni Invite in Houston.
Keep going.
The Lady Panthers bowling team was unable to win its 3rd consecutive SWAC tournament championship, falling to Alabama State 4-3 and Southern University 4-2 in a bracket play as they were eliminated from the tournament for the first time since 2018. A plus for the Lady Panthers, Stephanie Vasquez and Asia Wren were named to the All-SWAC tournament team for their amazing performances during the championship. Once again, from everyone here at Panther Sports Zone and PVAMU-TV, congrats to the outstanding season.
Now moving on to football, former Prairie View product Kadera Hodge recently signed a 1-year contract with the Atlantic Falcons during a free agency signing period. Hodge now joins his 4th team in 4 seasons, formerly playing for the Rams, Browns, and Lions. In his final season for the Prairie View A&M Panthers, Hodge earned first-team All-SWAC honors as well as Black College All-American accolades from both Broxtoro and SBN Power News Radio Network. Hodge was 3rd in the SWAC in both receptions and receiving yards, 2nd in yards per catch, and 1st in touchdown receptions. In his 3rd-year Panther career, Hodge caught 104 passes for 1,797 yards and 21 touchdowns. When we come back, we'll go more within the SWAC bowling tournament as well as more with the free signing agent of Kadera Hodge. We'll be back after this.
Dare to forget that. Dare to have fun with it. Get weird with it. Dare to send those old STEM theories flying past the neighbor's house into outer space. Dare to program something internet-breaking, record-breaking. Dare to blow their minds. Dare to learn the difference between sedimentary and metamorphic rock. Go find those rocks. Dare to keep daring. Dare to STEM. Check out She Can STEM to get started.
What do an aerospace engineer, cancer immunologist, and bat scientist all have in common? We all have cool jobs in STEM fields. Whether it's building robots or learning to code, girls everywhere are finding their passion for science, technology, engineering, and math through positive role models and mentors. So dare to dive in, get connected, and explore. You never know what your future may hold. Learn more about these and even more cool jobs at shecanstem.com.
Today we have a cheerleader, Calah Burros. How you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. So we're gonna get started because it's the question on everybody's mind right now. When did you get started into cheerleading?
I've been cheering for a really long time, about 10 years. So ever since I was about 11, I've been cheering.
Right. So I know you got into cheer pretty early. You say 11, but were there any other sports that you played?
Yes, actually, I think I did the usual girl gateway into sports. I did gymnastics, and then I did ballet, which I completely hated. Then I did cheer, took a break, tried to go back to ballet because my sister's a dancer, and then I ended up sticking with it in middle school.
Okay. That's a good thing. You know, a lot of people don't be knowing that cheerleading is also a sport that they kind of see a bit more of as a sideline, just to hype the crowd up. So how do you see it that cheerleading has influenced sports in general?
Cheerleading plays a very big part in American sports. I would say overall influence is breaking stereotypical boundaries when it comes to what an ideal cheerleader is or what like a male cheerleader should be. We've come across a long way. So, yeah.
I see that going on. You know, that's one of those things that they do be saying a lot of time when you see a male cheerleader is kind of little off sometimes that people be seeing, like, you know, but they're able to hold you guys up and they're able to get you guys together. So, you know, I've been to a couple of y'all games and y'all really do be going out there giving it y'all all. So y'all be hyping me up. I'm trying to watch the game to get everything together. I'm like, okay, PV, let's go. So that's just a wonderful thing. So when did you start cheering for PV?
I cheered my freshman year, and I took a break during COVID, sophomore year, and I came back for my junior year. So I've been cheering my whole time since I've been here.
Right. So as the cheer team, do you guys normally go with the teams, or how does that work in schedules when they go from away games to home games?
When they go, we go.
Okay.
Right, now you said something that was pretty interesting because we know COVID kind of threw everything out of whack.
Yes.
So you had to take a break. You know, you came your freshman year, and now you've come back to cheering in your junior year. So has there been any like changes that you've seen from freshman year to junior year?
Yeah, so first we got a new coach, and I will say Coach Rice, he's amazing, has definitely done a complete 180 with the team. But overall, cheer, it's the same thing that it's always been.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel that cheer gets the recognition it does on campus from the student body, faculty, and staff?
No, I wish we actually got more. I think because we were usually on the sideline, people, they forget about us. It's like we're also fans in the crowd, but you know, we're still athletes putting up stunts, doing flips, and not only that, we have our own competition. So hopefully next year we'll be able to go to Daytona. That's our big national competition.
Right, you said competition. So how does that go into terms of competition? I know you guys are in the off season right now, so how does that work when you guys compete for other teams?
So when we have a competition season, we would have a competition squad, and that would be what they would be doing specifically. I think that, I'm sorry. It wouldn't really interfere because basically an all-girls squad would still be cheering for basketball or whatever, and then the competition squad would be solely getting ready to practice for Daytona.
Okay.
Right, and we talk about cheerleading being a sport, and I mean, you guys got it hard because I mean, for every sport y'all are out there, right? Basketball, football, you name it. So how is it going? You know, being cheerleading is a year-long sport.
It's definitely really busy. I will say if you see a cheerleader, she's great at time management because at a minute's notice, we're called to perform. We had a performance today earlier, and so that took up the first half of my day, and then, you know, go home, do some schoolwork, and then now I'm here with y'all.
Right. Now speaking of time management, because cheerleading isn't the only thing you do. You're multi-talented. You're a part of the Purple Jackets, and you're a part of the PAL. So how is that your schedule? You know, you manage all these things.
A lot of sleepless nights.
Okay.
But overall, I just plan my days hour to hour to make sure that I'm getting everything that I need to get done.
Right, okay.
So one of the things I have to say is, what is the difference between high school cheerleading and collegiate cheerleading?
It really boils down to what you're allowed to do. A lot of times, it just really depends on your squad. So cheer has like 3 major parts. You have a stomp and shake, which is traditionally African American. Then you have all-star, and then sideline. And so sideline cheer is really restrictive, but high schoolers, if they're doing all-star, they're doing the exact same skills, if not more, than what college cheerleaders are doing.
So what would you say would be the hardest stunt that you had to perform or that you've seen a cheerleader perform?
The hardest stunt is probably, oh wow, that's hard. I'd probably say a 2-2-1, whereas you have a bottom, a middle, and then a top layer.
Okay.
And just because it's a lot of moving parts, a lot of people being tossed around, and so if one person's not doing what they need to do, it can be a little chaotic.
Right now, because when we think about cheerleaders, I know we all see the pom-poms, we see how amazing you guys look on the field and on the court, but what goes on behind the scenes? What are the people not seeing that you have to go through daily?
Behind the scenes, eating right. Our coach really stresses to make sure we eat right. The practices, y'all don't see when we're in practice and we mess up like 4 times in a row. You only see when we're on the field and we're hitting our skills. We do lift weights and we do run. So we're like athletes just like anybody else.
Right. And so as a cheerleader, what would you say is your favorite part cheering? Like, is there, what can you give us a favorite experience?
My favorite part, my favorite part is being out there, just actually getting out there and doing it. Probably stands. I like it when the band plays and we get to dance, you know, do a little neck, do a little swamp. So that's probably my favorite part.
Okay, and for anybody who would be interested in joining cheer, like how does the tryouts work?
So tryouts are 3 days. It starts on, I believe, April 20th. Yes, April 20th. And you come in, you'll execute all your skills. And if you make it past that, then you'll learn the material. And then if you make it past that, then you'll make it to the actual tryout day. And it's a long process, super tired, and you'll be doing your skills over and over and over again.
So if they want to come and cheer, they really got to bring their A game and everything.
Yes, they do.
Right.
I see that. Caleb, you have anything to add?
Yeah, I mean, just one last thing, I guess, to wrap up. Because we talked about this a little bit off camera. What would you be your dreams and aspirations outside of cheer and when you leave college?
So I'm a biology major with a minor in chemistry and psychology. And so my goal is to go to med school, but overall, like my #1 goal when it comes to medicine is to do plastic surgery.
Okay.
I think I have one more question for you. So a lot of people see when they see cheer, they just think the pom-poms and the going out there to hyping the crowd up. But what really goes on behind the scenes that people don't know about when it comes to cheer?
I would have to say is the work, the teamwork that goes behind the scenes. We have to communicate very well so that everybody can do their part, because if not, it gets pretty chaotic.
Right. Well, thank you again
Of
for coming in,
course.
for just giving us an insight of how cheer is. You know, we want to be able to get you guys in here more to just get your story
Of course,
across.
anytime.
When we come back, we'll go more with SWAC bowling tournament as well as our SWAC signee, Cadell Hodge, right after the break.
Hello and welcome back to Panther Sports Zone. And we'd like to once again thank Kayla Burros for that amazing interview. But now let's move back into some SWAC talk. This offseason, offensive tackle Teron Armstead signed a 5-year, $75 million deal with the Miami Dolphins. An Arkansas Pine Bluff legend, Armstead was a part of the history-making 2012 SWAC Championship and HBCU National Championship team before getting his name called into the 3rd round by the New Orleans Saints in the 2013 NFL Draft. Armstead has the distinct honor of being the highest draft pick in the Golden Lions history. In his time in the NFL, Armstead has made 3 Pro Bowl selections in 9 seasons and is projected to make an immediate impact on one of the league's worst offensive line of units in the league last season, according to Pro Football Focus.
On Saturday, Alabama State clinched the 2022 SWAC regular season title for men's tennis with a 4-0 sweep of Alabama A&M on the road. The Hornets improved to a 5-0 in conference with a 7-6 overall record with the win. Alabama State captured the doubles points with the wins at number 2 and 3 to clinch the point for 6-3, 75 victory by the team of Prees and I can't even say these names. I'm sorry, I'm not even going to do that to you. In the singles, Alabama State claimed 3 straight victories to sweep the Alabama A&M Bulldogs and wrap up the regular season championship. The SWAC tennis tournament is just a month away and begins Friday, April 22nd in New Orleans, Louisiana.
The Alabama State Lady Hornets claimed their first SWAC bowling tournament championship since 2017 after finishing off the bracket play with a 4-3 victory over Southern at the ITRC on Sunday afternoon. Alabama State dropped just 1 match over the weekend, finishing 7-1 in their 8 matches and going undefeated in bracket play with wins over Florida A&M 4-1 and Prairie View A&M 4-3 to set the stage for the championship match. The top-seeded Hornets dropped the first game of the day to Southern 178-152, falling behind 1-0 before the winning game, 2 by 6 pins in the even match. Alabama State took the lead after winning Game 3 before the Jags evened things up with a narrow 161-159 victory to set up the state for the final run. With the two teams tied, Southern won Game 5 by a score of 166 to 163, forcing the Hornets into a must-win Game 6. Alabama State responded by winning the next game 222 to 179 before running away with it all in Game 7 with a final score of 224 to 176. The tournament title is the second for the Hornets in the school history, their first coming in 2017 after dropping that year's regular season crown to PV. Alabama State will find out their opening round opponent and regional site on the NCAA selection show and takes place this Wednesday, March 30th. Now, Drew, this time around, it was the Lady Hornets who were able to capture the SWAC title. But what do you think it would take for the Panthers to regain that crown?
Well, I think it's going to be a matter of their recruitment process, about who they bring into the system and who they want to complete molding. You know, if you want to go ahead and build a dynasty, you have to build a dynasty around, I know, the players you have, but you also got to bring those people that you know will be able to create the dynasty that you want. Right. You know, if we look at some of the pro teams, you know, dynasties were made off of who they brought in. You know, if we think about the Lakers, it was Kobe and Shaq. If you think about the Heat, it was LeBron with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. So a lot of these things just matter of the kind of tools that you bring into to help your team to win that dynasty.
Right, and I think you said it all, because, I mean, Coach White, we know he's doing a good job over there with the bowling team. I mean, we got some great players with Asia Wren and I forget her name, but we have some great players with the bowling team. So we know that they know what they're doing, but we just need that depth when it comes to our roster.
Well, I will say is one thing with the bowling team, they already solidified themselves as a dynasty by winning the multiple back-to-back championships.
Very true.
And most people did not even know that. And just to go to shows that the commitment they have to the team and how much they've been practicing, how much the hard work and ethic comes in to really show that this is what they are. Like, you know, we say all the time, PV produces champions, and the bowling team is that epitome of a championship team. So I can see them being, you know, it's a little slip up once in a while, but, you know, as long as you keep going forward and keep making the moves that you need to do, get the recruits that you need to get, you'll continue that dynasty and we'll always be all right.
I mean, you're absolutely right, Drew. I mean, like you said, I mean, it was, you know, everybody has their slip-ups. Everybody takes their bumps and bruises every now and then. But we do know that PV, when it comes to bowling, that we're usually on top and we have no problem getting back to the top. And that'll be all for Panther Sports Zone. Make sure you tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 5:30 to get more news around the SWAC and that PV. Once again, I'm Caleb Carter.
And I'm Drew Brewer.
We're signing out.